up, guys? Arianna here, back with another video. Y'all love to laugh at my pain and my heartache, so this time I'm compiling a list of 7 times that I have been played so y'all can laugh at my expense. Now, these stories aren't like me getting cheated on necessarily. What I mean by played is like when guys are playing games, they just did me dirty, horrible. So here are 7 that aren't like long enough for their own story time, so I'm just gonna compile them into this video. But before we get into this video, I want to give a special shout out to Point Club, who's actually sponsoring this video. Point Club gives you money to take surveys. It's so easy, it's a perfect side hustle, and because the holidays are like here, it's a perfect way to get some extra cash so you can get those gifts for your loved ones. And I'm hooking you guys up with a $5 bonus, so make sure to click the link in the description box down below so you can make some money. And honestly, I'm probably gonna go down there and click that link and do the survey after I make this video, because times is hard and every little bit counts. So thank you, Point Club, for sponsoring this video. Check them out, and yeah, let's get into this horrible story. Plural. Horrible stories. One time, my ex from my freshman year of college, he and I had broken up. It was like a tumultuous relationship. He was always doing something messed up, and he was trying to get back in my good graces. So I was actually on set. It was my first ever time filming an actual movie. Like, it was a feature-length film. It never came out because I think like something happened with the funding or something. But I was playing a cheerleader. I met my roommate on set. Lil Romeo was cast in this movie, and the guy who played Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. And they filmed this back home in Texas. And so one particular night they were filming in my college town, like where I went to school, and I didn't have a car at the time, so my ex was gonna pick me and then my friends up so they could spend the night at my place, or I guess like take a nap at my place, because we were doing overnight shoots. So we would get there around 5, 6 in the evening, 6 o'clock p.m. and then we shoot all night until sometimes 6, 7. One time I think we almost made it to 8 in the morning, and then we go home. So he was like, yeah, I got you. I'll pick you up, and your friends will take you to your place, and then everyone was gonna go to sleep and get ready for the day, because I still had class to go to after staying up all night. So we were about to wrap. It was almost time, and I just had to text him. I was like, hey, we're about to be done. You can head here. Cricket, no answer. Text him again. Hey, like, are you up? Are you still gonna be able to pick us up? Because we had this whole plan. Like people were relying on me because he said he was gonna bring us to my place. So I started freaking out because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna let these other people down. How are we gonna get home? Like, what in the world? I started calling him, no answer. I keep texting him, no answer. He literally disappears. He disappeared. Luckily, one of the other girls who was a cheerleader on set had her car, and she was like, hey, I can take you, and then is it cool if I crash? And I was like, oh my gosh, yes, please, like, crash. You can have my bed, like, thank you so much. So she ended up saving the day, and all of us were able to catch a ride with her. But then after that, I never talked to him again, because he was like a cheater. He was a liar. He was very manipulative. I think he told his parents that he like quit his basketball team because I told him to. I didn't tell him to do that. He was lying on me. Like, it was horrible. That was like probably one of the worst relationships I've ever been in. I've only been in like a couple, but that was probably the worst one. He was not a good guy to me. And then he left me abandoned on set. Another time that I was kind of played or like done dirty was actually, a lot of these are like this year, because I was messing with this guy who just was not good for me. And I was going to Mexico. I got a trip. Warner Brothers sent me out there to do some coverage for The Nun, and it was my first time going out of the country. I was so excited, and I was going to just Uber to the airport. But this guy that I was really crushing on at the time, he was like, oh, well, I'll take you. And I was like, wait, really? And he was like, yeah, just pay me gas money. And I was like, but I took you to the airport before. Yeah, I actually picked him. I went from my house to his place, which is super far from the airport, and drove him all the way to the airport and then back to my place. And I, of course, just to do it out of the kindness of my heart, but he wanted me to pay him gas money. And I was like, no, that's okay. No, thank you. And he's like, oh, no, fine. I'll do it. So I was like, okay, whatever. That should have been my red flag, number one. But then, so this flight, I think it was at like 7 in the morning, I want to say. It was really early. And so I was like, are you sure? And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna be up, blah, 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 blah. At the time, my phone was off. I could only use it on Wi-Fi. Like I said, time was hard. And I remember I texted him, or I FaceTimed him before I left my house, and I was like, hey, I'm about to leave. The Uber says, because he wanted me to meet him at his place. He didn't want to come get me and go to the airport like I did for him. So I was like, okay, whatever, I'll just come to his place and then go there. So I was like, the Uber, I was FaceTiming him, I was like, the Uber's gonna be here, be at your place at 4:05, blah, 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 blah. He was like, okay, I'll be there, I'll be up, I'll be ready. So I get there, and I don't have Wi-Fi because I'm at his apartment complex. I don't know his like Wi-Fi or anything, and I don't think you have it in the whole complex, you know. So I get there, it's like 4:05. And I'm like, okay. Oh no, I think I get there like 2 minutes early. So I was like, okay, he's probably like upstairs, gonna come down in 2 minutes. I'm waiting outside. I have my bag, like my suitcase, like little bag and stuff. It's still so dark outside, and I'm by myself. I'm a tiny girl, y'all. I'm like 4'11", like itty bitty. I look like a child. So I'm sitting there like scared, like people walking down the street, cars keep slowing up and then going. Like I'm like low-key freaking out. And I'm like, okay, he's gonna come down. 20 minutes pass. 20 minutes passed. I'm outside waiting for 20 minutes. I'm like, what in the world? Where is he? Like, I'm like stuck here. I can't call another Uber because I don't have Wi-Fi. I can't call him because I don't have Wi-Fi. I can't text him because I don't have Wi-Fi. I'm like stuck, like legitimately stuck, unless I walk down the street at 4 in the morning in LA, where it's super dangerous, by myself. So I was like low-key freaking out. But then somebody came out of his apartment and was like, oh, do you want to come in? I was like, oh, sure. So I came in, and then I was like looking, I was like, there's gotta be Wi-Fi here somewhere. There's gotta be Wi-Fi. And I found like the I guess not city Wi-Fi, but you know, like sometimes they have like these like random hotspots, and you can get like 30 minutes free or something like that. And I got lucky. Praise the Lord that there was like a 30 minutes of free Wi-Fi. So I got on the Wi-Fi and I called him, and I was like, where are you? I've been here for 30 minutes. What the heck? He was like, oh, I'm coming down. Then he came down and and we went back up to his apartment, and then he was slowly getting ready, and he was explaining to me how he stayed up all night because his ex-girlfriend said she wanted to talk, and he passed out or something because he stayed up too late waiting for her to call him, and she never called. I was like, okay, whatever, that has nothing to do with me. You promised you were gonna take me to this place, and if I run late, I miss my flight to go to Mexico City, a free flight. We stayed at this nice hotel, like everything was set, everything was planned. I was like, if I miss this flight. So he dropped me off, he took me to the airport, he dropped me off, and as soon as I got out of the car, I was like, that's gonna be the last time we hang out. Because there was a lot of stuff. There's a lot of things in here. The song that I wrote, Drink It Up, was about him. Oh, I wrote another song about him. It's called Nothing, which will come out on my EP, which is going to come out next year. I don't know exactly when yet. I'm still working on songs and stuff. But there's a song called Nothing that I wrote about him. Like, that man, he hurt my soul. But that was the last time we hung out. Number 3. Okay, this is the same guy. Y'all remember Arianna? Why'd you put up with him? Y'all, I don't know what I was going through. I had to find my own worth. I went through a phase where I just didn't think, I don't know what I was going through. But anyway, I'm embarrassed to tell some of these stories, but whatever. You know, it happens. We've all gone through those times where we look back and we're like, what the heck was I thinking? This was one of those times. But anyway, so earlier this summer, this is before the whole Mexico trip, there was this party, and it was a ton of friends that we were all in the same film together. It was a ton of us hanging out at one of the guys' houses, and he came to the party, and I don't remember what happened. I just remember getting really shoisted. And I don't know if he said anything. I really don't know what exactly happened, but I know all of a sudden I was just sad. And I started crying, y'all. I'm not a drunk crier. Well, I guess now I am, since I drunk cry there, but I've never been a drunk crier, like, ever. And for some reason, I was so sad. sad about him. Like, I don't know what he did. He must have said something that pissed me off. But I started crying at the party, and he kept looking. He would like look at me and then walk the other way, and he knew I was upset. He knew I was upset, and then he had to know it was about him. He had to know, but he kept avoiding me. Like I wasn't like walking around the party like trying to follow him or anything. But I was like a little pissed off, and I went to the bathroom for a second, shed a couple tears, and you know, like I was outside away from everybody trying to like get myself together or whatever. But he literally like did not acknowledge it, did not acknowledge me. Was just like, okay, whatever, you cry, I'm gonna come over here and drink it up and have me a nice little fun little time. I was so irritated, y'all. I was so irritated. So yeah, he pretty much just left me crying at a party and just ignored the fact that it was his fault that I was upset. That was so embarrassing too. I'm usually the happy, like fun, like ah, but I was crying at a party. What kind of, that's so embarrassing. I hope nobody remembers that. You know, I'm glad I'm telling these stories now so I can get rid of all this negative energy. Tell all these stories, get rid of it in 2018. Start 2019 fresh. Release all of this. Now, this story is actually about a different guy. This was about a year ago. There's one guy, he seemed so nice and so sweet, but something was a little off. This is a story time all on its own. I think I'm going to tell this as a story time, but I'm just going to give y'all the little tidbits of it. So we went to this Halloween party. It was my friend Collie's party. It was my video guy and my Drink It Up music video. And so he had this party. And it was a Halloween party, of course, so we dressed up, blah, blah, blah. Fast forward, it's time to go. I cannot wait to tell y'all this story because there's so much that happened at that party. But it's time to go, and this guy who he asked me to come to the party. He was like, "What are you doing for Halloween?" I was like, "Oh, I'm going to a party with my girls." He was like, "Can I come?" And I was like, okay. So he came, whatever. So we hop in the Uber. He doesn't split it. Like, we're hopping in to go home, and I'm thinking, because his car was at my place, so I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna hop in and he's gonna like go home and everything's gonna be alright. But he hops in, he doesn't split the Uber, gets back to our place and goes straight into my room and falls asleep, like knocks out in my room. I was like, I didn't invite you to stay. Oh my god. So he was there, and then the next day, I guess he left while I was sleeping and then left our apartment unlocked and came back. He literally left the door unlocked and came back. And he was like, he wouldn't leave. Like that day, I had to lie and say that we weren't at the house anymore because he kept leaving, and then he'd be like, "Oh, I'm coming back." I'm like, no, go home, no. But that's a whole story time in itself. But I feel like I got played because I got used. Not used, but like he was just in like just taking my space without asking me if it was okay to like stay or to be there. Like he literally just was like there, and I'm like, you're not my boyfriend. Even if you were, you're not entitled to my space. Don't just think that because I think you're cute that you're gonna be able to just make yourself at home in my home. Unless I tell you, make yourself at home. Don't make yourself at home. Yeah, that's a whole other story time. Like it involves like he snapped at one point, and then like it involves a little poop, some cheese pizza. There's some I'm gonna tell y'all this story. That's another video. I'm gonna post that one before the end of the year so I can get rid of that negative energy as well. But that was an interesting story. Number 5. Now this guy, we were hanging out, and I remember he was acting kind of weird. He was acting really weird. And we were sitting in his car and we were just talking. And I remember looking over, because I don't like looking in people's phones. Like, I don't know. It's just weird to me. Just because I don't want to see anything that's going to hurt my feelings. So I was trying to like not look. But he was like so enthralled in his phone, so I glanced over and I saw that like at the top, like the text message thing, you could put a picture, like a picture for someone. He put a picture, and it was this girl, some girl's Snapchat picture, and he was like texting her, and then he was telling me, he was like, I gotta go to the studio. I'm probably gonna have to leave like soon. Well, he's literally texting this girl right like next to me. I'm at the studio. Don't look like this, like you texting your homeboy at the studio. And then he was always claiming he was going to the studio, but there was no music. There was like maybe two songs that he made. If you always in the studio, where's this music? Where's the product of being in the studio? So I'm pretty sure he left to go hang out with that girl. Y'all, I don't understand. People really just be hurt, like really just be playing me. Okay, number 6. So we used to have a cat. It was my roommate's cat, and he actually is with her parents now. But while we had the cat, he liked to escape. Sometimes he would try and escape out the front door, so we were always very careful to make sure he didn't just run out and escape outside. So one time, this guy was leaving. This is the same guy who almost made me miss my Mexico trip. He was leaving my apartment, and he was like, I forgot I gotta go downtown and do something. So he always forgot he had gotta go run and do something all the time. So he was like, I forgot I gotta go downtown and do something. I gotta meet up with my friend, blah, blah, blah. I gotta go. So he was like, all of a sudden in a hurry, all of a sudden. So I open up the door, I'm like, okay, bye, give him a hug, and then he starts walking and he points, he goes, you better get that. And I was like, what? And I turn and I look, and the cat had escaped. The cat was like outside. So I was like, oh my god. And he would just like laugh and kept going and left. He left. Luckily Andy, he liked me, so he let me pick him up and like bring him back inside. I was nervous because sometimes he don't like people and he don't like them to pick him up, and he don't like certain people, but he liked me that day, and I was able to pick him up and like cuddle him and bring him back inside. But I was so mad because imagine if he was having one of those days where he didn't want to be touched, and then this man just left. And then I would have to run around this whole complex trying to catch this cat. So I was so mad. He didn't even check. Did you get, was everything okay? Nothing. He was just, okay, bye, go on downtown. Boop, boop. And last but certainly not least, number 7. One time I had this planned date. Like me and this guy were supposed to hang out. And I might as well say this is the same guy from the cat, from Mexico City, almost making me miss my flight, from crying at the party, all of that. So he had been out of town, and then when he came back, I was out of town, but we had this planned date for when we got back, because he was like, yeah, I miss you, and blah, blah, blah. This is the situation we were drinking up over, because he was talking about, I miss you, like, blah, 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 I want to see you so bad, when are we hanging out, when are you going to be back, like, all this me. So I'm thinking, oh my god, she's changed his ways. He really does want to hang out with me. Like, okay. So we planned this whole day. We're going to have to spend the whole day together. And we're going to go. We're going to hang out. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Blah, 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 blah. The day comes and he's like, hey, I'm going to go to the studio. I was like, oh, okay. We had planned this for like maybe a week, 2 weeks. I was like, oh. So we're just not gonna hang out like we had planned for the last couple of weeks? He was like, oh, I thought we were gonna hang out earlier, and so now I'm just gonna go to the studio and blah blah blah. I was so mad, so I got pissed off. I was like, you know what, you go to the studio, but don't you ever talk to me again. He was like, no, like, no, blah blah blah, I'm gonna come. I was like, don't you come empty-handed. You bringing me some chocolate or some ice cream or something. He was like, okay, what kind of ice cream do you want? And I told him my 2 favorite ice creams and my 2 favorite candies, either chocolate chip cookie dough or cookies and cream. Those are my 2 favorites. You can do one of those, unless I'm doing like Ben and Jerry's, and I'll do like the Tonight Dough or something like that. Anyway, and then I told him either bring me Hershey's cookies and cream candy or Reese's. So he popped up, he showed up, and he was like, this is all they had at the store. And he brought me this ice cream. It was like a Snickers ice cream, which is like good, I guess, but that's not what I asked for. And the only reason that he did it, he's like, they didn't have the ice cream. I was like, oh, where'd you go? Because they have the like cookie dough ice cream like every store. He was like, oh, I just stopped by 7-Eleven. I was like, oh, you didn't want to go to like Ralph's, like right down the street? He was like, I was just trying to hurry and get here. I was being a diva here, but I deserved to be a diva the way he had treated me this whole encounter. This whole tumultuous, not even relationship, just interaction. So I was like, man, you didn't even bring me the red ice cream. I sure ate it though. I sure ate it. I was so mad. He literally ditched, and then he came I think for like 30 minutes maybe. He brought me the ice cream. He hung out for like 30 minutes and he left. And we were literally supposed to hang out. That like we had a plan. That's the thing that pissed me off the most, is that if we make a plan, don't just ditch the plan, especially the day of. So I ended up going and hanging out with Ruba, with my friend Ruba. We went to go get some food. We got some lunch, and he brought the wrong ice cream. How you gonna ditch the date and bring the wrong ice cream? So that was the video. 7 times I've gotten played, or I guess done dirty by a boo thing or bae. To say the least, I've learned so much from all my past experiences, and I'm just ready to let that go, leave it in 2018. Actually, I let that go. I left it in whatever month that was, the summer, August, September, I don't know, whatever month that was, left it there. Left the whole being left on set thing back in 2012. That's done, gone, boop. And then left the whole you trying to stay in my home without asking, leaving my door unlocked. I left that in 2017. So, you know, now it's time for a fresh start, a new chapter, a fresh page. But me, I'm kind of pausing on the whole dating world for a while, because this year was insane and last year was insane, as y'all can tell by my story times and as y'all can tell by this video. So yeah, I'm just kind of doing me, focusing on me, getting my career together, you know, getting my own life together. And then if somebody comes along that is worthy, because right now my standards are like up there. Right now I don't have the energy nor time to waste dealing with anybody that's like any of the men from my past. I don't have the time. I don't want to talk to you every month, once a month, and you just checking in just so that you stay like lingering in my mind. Don't linger. You either here or you not. And lingering is not. Now it is time for the post notification squad shout out. This video shout out goes to Rosalineda Eileen. I hope I said your name right. I hope I said your name right, girl, because I hate people butchering my name. They be adding letters. They be like, Adrian. I'm like, it's Arianna. There's no D. But thank you so much for joining the notification squad. And if you want a shout out in my next video, then all you have to do is subscribe and click that notification bell and let me know that you're part of the notification gang by commenting down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and hopefully y'all pray for me that I don't have to deal with anything like this again, that I cleanse myself of this, and 2019 will be a year of prosperousness and no F-boingness. I'm just like, you know what, I want to be where I want to be in my career first. I want to get my own life settled, because that was a waste of time. That was a waste of time. They always say, like, no, it wasn't a waste of time. I learned from it. No, I didn't learn from it, but it hurt. And it was a waste of time. Luckily, I got 2 songs out of it. I should write another song. Get out my house. Stop coming in my house. Don't leave my door unlocked. Get out of my house. Or another one. Answer your phone. Don't leave me alone when you say you're going to pick me up. Because now we sitting here and haven't got no ride there. And we kind of like, what the... I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Okay. Anyway, make sure to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff. I do have merch now, so I'll have that link down below if you want to get a little shirt that's the Arianna Jonae. I got sweatshirts, I got leggings, I got phone cases, I got it all of it. So yeah, perfect Christmas gift for your friends. And also don't forget to check out Point Club down below as well. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love each and every one of you, and have a happy day. I was gonna say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, but I'm about to be posting so many more videos. So that'd be weird if I said that now and then you see like a million videos of mine. So anyway, love you guys. Bye. Bye. So drink it up.